So a lot of questions I've been getting recently on my DMs is what is the best video editing software for beginners? Well, today I want to show you Movavi Video Editor Plus. This is actually one of the first programs that I started using, and then they reached out actually recently asking me to do a review of their software, and I'm actually really excited that I'm partnering up with them because this is one of the first programs that I actually started off using before using Final Cut or Sony Vegas or Adobe Premiere Pro. So for those of you who are new into the filmmaking industry and you really want to jumpstart your editing and you really want a program that's versatile, well, Movavi is definitely a great start. It's available for both Windows and Mac. So let's jump right into the user interface and I'll show you how this thing works. So now we're looking at Movavi. Now comparing this to Final Cut Pro, it's actually very similar. We have our timeline right here, we have our media library, and then we have our effects, titles, and all the other good stuff on the left side right here. So what I'm gonna first start doing is I'm gonna add media into my media library. So you can either drag and drop files right into the media library, or you can actually just click on add files right here. I'm just gonna start dragging and dropping my media files. So I'm gonna be using Movavi to edit the intro to my client's fitness video. My client is Mike O'Hearn. He's a really big power bodybuilder. You can check him out on YouTube, but I'm gonna be using Movavi to edit the intro to one of his videos. So right here, you can see my media library right over here. These are all the clips from the workout that I shot with him. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually start off this workout video a little bit differently. I'm a really big fan of sci-fi and I was thinking of using like a robotic voice to start off the intro. So I already got this robotic voice. This is the audio of it. And then I'm just gonna drag and drop it onto my timeline right here. And let's have a listen.
Hello Mike O'Hearn fans, please wait while I load today's workout with the Muscle Doctor. Now loading high definition footage. System error, system error, system error, system error.
So that's what it is. And what I want to do, I want to add some text to follow along with it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over to the text tool right here. And what I want to do, I want to add like a typewriter effect and then maybe modify the font. Here it is, typewriter. Just gonna drag and drop it onto the timeline here. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna segment the text clip to fit perfectly over the robot's voice for each sentence. So let's zoom in right here. I'm just gonna go down here and just zoom in onto the timeline so you guys can see better. And then here we can see the waveforms on the audio file. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure that my text starts exactly where the audio kicks in. And this program works very similarly to all the other programs out there, so don't be afraid of learning this new program. It's very, very simple. And for those of you who are just getting started, again, once you learn this software, you'll be able to know so many other softwares too, because this is based on the same principle as everything else. So let's go ahead and type out a new text. And it's hello Mike O'Hearn fans. Okay, I'm gonna stretch out the text box a little bit. And we can also change the font to make it look more futuristic.
Hello Mike O'Hearn fans, please wait while I look.
Okay. So what I also noticed is that the animation is a little bit too quick, so we can always adjust the speed of this animation by just simply selecting the text, and then we can go to clip and animation speed, so we can actually slow it down. Nice. So now that we have that part done, I'm gonna load another audio track, which is just like a subtle ambient spaceship sound effect. And you'll see what I mean in just a moment.
Hello Mike O'Hearn fans, please wait while I load today's workout with the Muscle Doctor. Now loading high definition footage. System error, system error, system error, system error.
Nice. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna trim the spaceship audio clip, or I'm actually gonna cut it simply by highlighting it, right clicking, and then I'm gonna click on split, then delete the second half. Done. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna make sure everything is aligned properly and make my necessary cuts and trims to make sure it all matches up. Now we're actually gonna transition to the actual footage of the workout. I'm gonna make it as epic as possible. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna import another audio track from a group I really like. They're called Knife Party. And I'm gonna split up the track just so it fits perfectly within the video. Now I'm gonna use the epic intro clip that I filmed with Mike O'Hearn. I'm gonna go back to my media library and I'm gonna find that clip. Now, as you can see here, there's a little clock stamp on this clip. That means that it was shot in a high frame rate, so we can actually slow it down, which is exactly what I want. But first, before I do that, I wanna mute the audio on this clip. So all I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna drag down the audio clip here, and it's muted. So now we don't hear any part of this audio. Perfect. All right, so now we just hear the audio track. I'm just gonna make the necessary trims that I want to make, and then I'm going to go to slow motion, and then I'm gonna go down to 20%. Perfect. Now, since I made it slow-mo, my computer is actually not that powerful to work with non-proxy files, and Movavi doesn't currently support proxy files, so that's the difference between this software and more expensive softwares for professionals. But if you want to get a quick edit done, this software can definitely do it. But my computer just may seem a little bit choppy with this slow-mo clip. But don't worry, when you export it, it'll be playing back in smooth slow motion footage. Now, Movavi works on what we call a magnetic timeline, which means that you can't spread out clips far apart from each other. They need to be touching. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually add another text file right here, and I'm gonna use that as a spacer to help me out with my timing, so that way my edit goes to the music. So what I'm gonna do, here's my text file or my text clip. I'm just gonna highlight it by clicking on it and then right-clicking and then hide clip, and then it becomes what we call a null file or a null clip. So that way I can use that as a spacer and properly time out my edit. This edit probably needs another hour and a half of refining, changing the color of the font, and perhaps adding some more graphics. Now we're gonna move on to some green screen work, also known as chroma key. So basically I have a shot of a person in front of a green screen here. We're gonna key out the green screen and place this woman in front of anything we want. So I have a picture of a hotel lobby right here. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna drag and drop it onto my timeline, stretch it out, then I'm gonna drag and drop my green screen clip. Next, I'm gonna go over to Tools right here. Then I'm gonna click on Chroma Key, select the eyedropper tool, and then select the color that you want to get rid of. And boom, instantly she's in front of the hotel lobby. So what we're gonna do with this clip, we're actually gonna zoom in a little bit because it's letterboxed. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna highlight the clip. I'm gonna go to crop, and I'm just gonna make some adjustments here. There you go, beautiful. And she's in front of the hotel lobby. Isn't that perfect? And look how well the key is turning out. It came out really, really nice. Now, what you can also do to make it a little bit more realistic is to add a little blur on the background image. So I'm gonna go to my filters tab here. I'm gonna go to search and just type in blur. And let's go to mild and just drag and drop it onto the background clip. And boom, we have a blurred clip. It came out really nicely, actually. Now, to make any adjustments to that effect or blur or filter, just double click on that clip and you can actually create a fade in. So if you want it to fade in, you can have like a little fade in transition there. I don't really want that, so I'm gonna take that away. And then if you want to go to the applied effects or filters, we can actually add more of a blur or less of a blur. So I'm gonna keep it right about there. That seems pretty realistic. And then play back the footage. And I mean, it's very crispy. The key came out perfectly. But then again, this green screen was also lit very well. So when you're green screening things, make sure that your green screen is well lit. And that's how simple Movavi Video Editor is. It's just dragging and dropping, cutting, splitting, basically the same as any professional software out there, but this is actually a fraction of the price. And if you really want to learn how to professionally edit, Movavi definitely can do that for you. So if you're interested and if you want a big discount on this software, check out the link down below and send me some of your work on Instagram and YouTube because I want to see what you guys are doing with this software too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.